we are back. Day one of the Women's Soccer 2025 season pits the Michigan Wolverines up against the Villanova Wildcats. Good afternoon. Happy to have you with us. I'm Sam Cooperman. That's Steve Pannone. And Steve, opening day, doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter where, when, and how. There's nothing like it. You're 0-0, and you're trying to get the season off on a good note.
And both teams have put a lot into their offseason to get ready for this moment this afternoon. And both teams looking to build upon last year, and it should be a good one today from Higgins.
Let's look at how the teams stack up in their respective preseason polls. In the Big East, Villanova predicted 8th out of 11. That's their highest preseason ranking since 2019 for a full season.
Yes, Samara Zem's team starting to build. You're starting to see it now. You see that progress is now picked 8th in the conference. They look to build on that, and hopefully with some breaks go their way, they can finish even higher in the standings this year.
And looking across the aisle, the Big 10, more like the Big 18, there's now 18 teams with the teams out west coming in, and you could see up top USC and UCLA leading the pack. Michigan is preseason number 13 in the league, and that's a lot to think about. There were 10 teams in the Big 10 last year that made the NCAA tournament, so that is a loaded conference.
Yeah, the depth of the conference, as Sam just mentioned, is off the charts. You know, being picked 13. You know, Michigan's had a proud program, stumbled a little bit last year. They're going to look to rebound this year and find their way back into the upper half of the conference.
Well, when we come back, we'll get this show on the road. We will have the opening game of the 2025 women's soccer season for both Villanova and Michigan right here on YouTube.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Back to the Higgins Soccer Complex. We're about to get this season underway. It's year 4 for Samar Azem after coming over from Campbell, where she coached for 8 years. And Steve, gradually building. Yeah. That's what Villanova's been doing, and they're looking to take that next step this year.
And this is a big year for them. Obviously, they've been kind of, as you mentioned, building, and the process has gotten better and better each year. Now they're looking to take an even bigger leap here in year 4 to try to get themselves in the upper half of that Big East Conference.
1-1-1 in openers over the last 3 years for the Villanova Wildcats. And on the other side of the aisle, the Michigan Wolverines, led by Jennifer Klein. Year 8 for her at the helm of the UM program. The 3rd coach in Michigan history, and she's had some big years. Most recently, you look at that Elite 8 run that Michigan had back in 2021 when they won the Big 10 title, also making the NCAA tournament a couple of years back in 2023. This year, they return much of the same core they had last year, and they're looking to get back to their winning ways this year.
Yeah, coming off of, you know, what they would describe as a down year last year to the standard that Michigan soccer has had up until that point. They're looking to kind of bounce back to those previous numbers that you spoke about, Sam. So it's a big, obviously, it's big for both teams. First game of the year, you want to get off to a good start with your season non-conference play. But I think we'll see a significant number of substitutions. You're going to see a lot of different people out there trying to find that right combination that's going to work for each squad today.
Hannah Dickinson has been a revelation in goal for Villanova since coming over from USC. This is year 2 for her on the main line. Last year, all she did was lead the Big East in saves per game and get second team All Big East, a mainstay back there on the goal line.
Yeah, she was a huge addition last year, and they'll ask her to come up big again for them this year.
Her counterpart is Sophie Homan, one of the captains of the Wolverines. She had to wait her turn. Stephanie Sparkowski had 2 excellent years in goal for the Wolverines. Now she has graduated, and it's Homan's show back there as we're underway from the Higgins Soccer Complex. The Wolverines in navy, the maize in blue, Villanova in white.
I see Villanova here would set up a little bit of a press, trying to keep everything in front, trying to force that errant pass.
Work it centrally here. Lang flicks it back, leading returning point getter for Michigan, but played off the ball. Villanova's got it.
Kaluch will be a big key in midfield today. You see here they're 25 in the middle of your field.
was served in by Olivia Neal, but it finds its way back to the Wolverines and played inside the 6. Homan will survey. A muggy day here at Villanova. Temperatures in the mid-80s.
Yeah, a little bit overcast. The sun trying to really peek its way through now, which will make it only even warmer.
Pritch drives one ahead. Neal back to it.
It's going to be a handball on Olivia Neal. Kind of came up on her, so it'll be a free kick for the Wolverines.
So Michigan will trot ahead. Tyler McElhenney is our lead official here this afternoon.
Our first set piece of the day. Let's see what the Wolverines have in mind as they put 5-6 players right at the edge of the box.
Addie Wallach and Campbell Jewell hover over the ball.
Wildcats with a 2-person wall about 10 yards off. See the official moving them back just a handful of yards.
It's Campbell Jewell who runs past it. Wallach serves it in. Headed back post. Had a decent looking chance there.
Yeah,
Looked like Pritch was camping out there, but couldn't get a clean read on it.
Irvin got the first touch to it, got a head on it, but just wide of the far post. No one there for Michigan to put it away.
Here's a good look at it.
See, Irvin's the first one to the ball here. Good job getting up in the air, just a little bit wide. And it's like Pritch unable to get on the end of that.
Elle Irvin at 5'11", the tallest player that Michigan's got there, so she's certainly going to be a target on those services.
Certainly up in the air.
Michigan reclaims possession.
It's a good ball there.
Jablinski, she's on it. Neal there to meet her.
Wildcats regroup well, trying to keep their shape here.
Tapia slides one over. And Michigan send one across, headed down by Irvin, but they are for it. The keeper, Hannah Dickinson.
We talked about Irvin in the, playing that forward position in the box. You see, once again, that 5'11" frame does a good job getting over the defender to get something on goal, but Dickinson handles it easily.
Jenna Lang sent one across and gave Irvin a decent shot at it. And Lang, somebody who her coach, Jennifer Klein, notes her ability with distribution often gets overlooked due to her goal scoring, but she can distribute. She showed it there as Michigan, with the successful tackle, looking to make moves.
Got a lot of space here.
Raghunandanan has her shot denied, and the rebound will not go from Irvin. The local product in her first career game, Maya Raghunandanan, nearly had a goal-scoring chance.
Watch out, Dickinson here, off her line quickly, cuts down the angle, able to get her right shin on it. Then Michigan unable to finish. There's a semi-bicycle kick, goes over the top.
An impressive save from Dickinson, and Raghunandanan, one of the storylines here. Her twin sister, Kayla, is a freshman on the Villanova side. She has not come in yet, but Maya Raghunandanan getting the start in her first career cap.
And there's a bunch of family and friends here from the family with some blue and some white on today, so they're got their split allegiance going.
The Raghunandanan twins are from Newton, PA, and then they played their last couple of years in high school at the Pennington School in New Jersey, where they won a couple state titles.
Yeah, so it's about 50 minutes from campus, so an easy trip down for their, looks like their former high school teammates and family and friends.
Yeah, a lot of Pennington shirts in the stands beside us. So exciting that they get to square off against each other in their first career college games.
Yeah, and Morgan Koch as well as a sophomore from there as well. So there's a handful of Pennington's being well represented today with at least 3 players.
Michigan has won the early battle in possession.
Yeah, the Wildcats seem a little anxious early here. See if they can settle this game down a little bit. Michigan a little bit quicker to the ball, as you see there.
Bosley had the tackle.
A nice giveaway.
And shot back down Michigan will regroup through its keeper, Homan. Something you mentioned before, Steve, Villanova pressing up. They'll try and see if they can create a takeaway opportunity.
Yeah, and they're about 5 yards past the box, so they've kind of crept up here a little bit. They were probably 15 yards off the box to start. And they say they're looking for that quick turnover and then try to counter.
Hannah Curtin, 35 in white, one of the new additions for Villanova, coming over as a grad transfer from Dartmouth. Samara Zem says she's got a nose for the goal.
That's a huge asset to have. Neal running down the sideline there, gets beat.
Jablinski couldn't find a teammate. She was cut off.
Yeah, good job by Palmer to help out her teammate and recover.
Finishing in the final third for both these teams is going to be big this year. See if Michigan can do that here. Irvin still with it. Leaves it. Raghunandanan on her feet. Goes down. It's clean. Kaluch.
Yeah, she's done a good job in midfield. She's forced a couple of turnovers. And some nice tackles.
The Raghunandanan sisters have spent a lot of time in the Jamaican youth soccer system. Some CONCACAF matches there for Team Jamaica. And the U15 and U20 teams. So both highly regarded. And we'll see when Kayla gets the call today for Villanova to come in for her first career appearance. Wallach. That was a 50-50 ball that Villanova takes care of. Avery Nelson. Lightning quick, her coach Samara Zem describes her as. A freshman from Dix Hills, New York, who's on the field in her first career appearance.
You see her in that wing position. They'd like to get her on some runs. Problem is the ball's been down to the Villanova defensive half most of this first half. There's a turnover there. Wildcats will get a throw in as that ball ends up over the touchline.
So the start of a new season for both these teams. First ever meeting. And Neal's going to have to back up. Had some happy feet there. Just a little closer, a little closer.
Trying to steal a foot, a yard, whatever they'll get you, and then she's called back.
Nelson was contained. Michigan with possession. Ellie Fife, 24 in the maize and blue. Sophomore from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Came over from Vanderbilt after her rookie year. Highly regarded prospect. Number 32 in the top drawer soccer class of 2024.
Sam, I think it's going to be an illegal throw. It's something you don't see too often. The Wildcats will take over.
And it's certainly a rarity. Get that early in this one. Play it through.
It might be the first corner. Yes, it is. Does it look like Chuk will win a corner in there for the Wildcats.
Isabel Chukwu, a sophomore from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, came over from Brown and making an early impact.
The Wildcats come up top. You'll see Cardo up there along with Palmer, two of the taller Wildcats. As they'll line up just outside the 6-yard box at about the penalty spot.
Kaluch gets it airborne. Headed in, headed again. And outside the netting.
It was a good job by Villanova there. That first header back into the center of the box. The second header just couldn't get on top of the ball enough. Ends up going over the bar. You'll see it here. That was a good job. I think that was Dobbs who got it. And then she gets it right back into the center of the goal. Just unfortunately, Wildcats are unable to get on top of that, and it goes over the top.
Amalia Cardo had that last header. The first touch, like you mentioned, Steve. Kate Dopsch, another addition for Villanova, comes from a winning pedigree on a Wake Forest program that got all the way to the national title game last year.
So obviously brings a winning culture to the Villanova squad. Can never have enough of that.
And both these teams, a lot of familiar faces, but some key new additions. Kaluch, it was a low ball, but muscled out of there. Well done by Tapia.
I think she kind of mishit that. She would have liked to have that one back. Didn't quite get all of it, but the Wildcats still win a corner.
Second corner in the last couple
I don't know
minutes.
if she's maybe indecisive if she wants to go at goal or kind of square that to Cardo, and she ended up kind of going in between.
Gabby Kaluch out of Freehold, New Jersey. Going back post. And there were a lot of Wolverines in the area.
It's going to be another corner, I believe. Yes, it is. We'll take it from the other side. Kaluch has done a good job getting those balls in the box, making trouble for Michigan. Wildcats just unable to get on the end of this one. Just a little too far, maybe.
Elle Irvin looked like she knocked it out. So Kaluch from the other flag. Corner attempt number 3. Drift center of the box.
Neal got a piece of it, but that'll be a goal kick. So good job defensively by the Wolverines there as they kind of stave off a couple of corners from the Wildcats. But the Wildcats have kind of got the momentum back here in playing this game down the Michigan end after a good start by the Wolverines.
Last couple minutes, like you mentioned, Steve, here is about to enter the 13th minute. Seeing Villanova attack a little more, get its opportunities, 3 corners. And now Homan tries to calm things down. And that'll allow Michigan to advance across midfield. So a lot of early season home matchups for the Wildcats. They'll be at Wake Forest next week and then stretch of back-to-back home matches. Michigan, meanwhile, will spend a lot of time on the road to kick off the season. Wallach looking to attack. Driven outside. Cardo. And Cardo wins the battle.
That's really good job by Amelia Cardo there defensively. With her step for step, and then wins the ball off of her out for a Wildcat throw-in.
Well, Villanova's strength has been historically its defense, especially since Dickinson has come into the mix in goal. That spine is held up well. It's offensively. Can the Wildcats get the production they need? Michigan here. Ragu Nundanon had it for a moment. Around the horn. Bosley leaves it ahead. And knocked back down. Kaluch will lead the charge.
Yeah, good job. Good decisive play by Kaluch. It's a good ball there as well, but well defended by the Wolverines. Tapia with a good job. That gets by her. Curtin had a little bit of room.
Curtin will be one of the main targets up front for Villanova. Mentioned her goal-scoring prowess at Dartmouth. Meanwhile, here comes Michigan. Lang working through. Right at Dickinson. She struggled with it, but eventually saves it and is able to keep that from growing across the line. But that was a bit of a wonky set of plays there for Villanova.
Hannah looked like she had that all the way. She's kind of asking herself what happened there, and it just comes out of her hands. And fortunately, she's able to just keep it away from the center of the goal here. It's a really good movement, a good left foot right there. But it looks like she had to go away and just didn't concentrate to the end. But a good job of that left hand to keep it out. Otherwise, that's headed for the goal. It's just look, it's almost like a wide receiver taking their eyes off the ball a little bit. Like Hannah just took her eyes off it a little bit and it went right down to the grass.
And both teams will head over to the side here. Not sure if they're going to review that just to make sure that that never crossed. From that angle, it certainly looked like it.
Yeah, it looks like the officials might be looking at it, so you might be right. It doesn't look like it was. Certainly the whole ball did not cross the line, I don't believe, but they'll take a look.
When it's that close, you certainly want them to look at it. So shots even, 3 apiece.
Yeah, it was just like she had both hands on it, and then kind of just the blink of an eye took her eye off it.
And no goal.
Oh, yep. So we had it right the first time, but like as you said, something that close, they're going to take a look. And it was a quick look, so it didn't really slow up the game much. Hannah Dickinson's relieved.
And that's certainly, well, it's one that it doesn't go in, so it's one maybe Dickinson can laugh at in a few days. as opposed to it going through.
Yeah, it's like you just see her head just turn right there. Now see the ball go down. She's like, oh, look at a good job at her left hand to come get that. You know, give her credit for the recovery. You know, you make this simple mistake. She could have put her head down and pouted. She didn't. She stayed with it and got the left hand out to keep it across from going across the line.
And the spatial awareness to know where she was as to not to cross the line. So Dickinson holds serve. Certainly going to be one of the keys for Villanova this year into her senior season, how she fares in goal. And
but that, you know, saying that also bodes, just get the ball on net, anything can happen. Shot that looked like it would be easily handled, wasn't, and almost ended up in the net.
So Raghu Nandanan looks to have come off. First substitution of this one is made by the Michigan side.
Going to be a penalty on the Wolverines. First foul there. Excuse me.
So free kick here for Villanova. Meredith Palmer blasted ahead. Paniccioni. Here's Neal. Chugs along, not much of an opening. And Fife contains. So it's Callie Burrell who has come on for Raghu Nandanan. Burrell, a senior out of Evanston, Illinois. Team lead 3 assists last year for the Wolverines. So Burrell 5 in the maize and blue. Bit of a dangerous sequence there.
And that press helps. Let's see if that's a corner or a throw.
And it looks like a corner. Kaluch over to it.
Yep.
Corner number 4 for the Wildcats.
See if they can cash in here. As once again you see Dobson, Palmer, Cardo all head up field. Neal's in there as well.
Bit of a line drive. It's loose. Holman down, and he's on top of it. One of those dangerous sequences when that ball is just live there inside the 6. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and your keeper's on the ground as well. But a good job by Holman to come up with it.
A lot of traffic there in front of her, but Sophie Holman bottles it up out of Rochester, Michigan. 130 minutes in goal last year, again behind Stephanie Sparkowski, who has gone on to the pros after college. A lot of way to run for Burrell. Keeps it in. Crosses. It's fought off. Paniccioni got her body in the way. Michigan looking for a run inside the 18, but it's not there.
Good job by Neal to win a 50-50 ball. See the Wildcats can swing it here and get something going. It's a good run here down the left side.
So transition opportunity. Yeah. Here's Cardo.
There's a good run by Cardo, and she'll win the throw-in.
You mentioned Neal before. Olivia Neal began her career at Campbell. Her second year here at Villanova as a grad transfer. Last year played left back primarily for the Cats. This year shifted over to right back, and we've seen her come up with a number of big plays early in this one. Wildcat throw incoming for Taya Gambardella, freshman out of Guilford, Connecticut. Gambardella ahead. Holman for the pickup.
Well, it's just a little bit too close to the keeper. Curtin had to hold her ground for the offsides. By that time, Holman was out ready to take that away.
And one of the things that Villanova being tested with here today, the athleticism of a Michigan team. Samara Zem said whenever you're playing a Big Ten team, you're going to get that. And that's what Michigan has showcased early. But Villanova so far has been up to the task.
Yeah, I agree, Sam. I think they've matched their athleticism pretty well. We've seen Irvin a little bit with her size in the box create some opportunities. But in terms of marking their players, Wildcats have done a very good job here in 20th minute. Long way to go, obviously. I think Kalucha's had a really good job in midfield. She's kind of controlled the game. She swings the ball. She's created some space for her Wildcat teammates.
Villanova still looking for its first shot on goal. Michigan's got 3 on goal. And 3 saves from the Villanova netminder, Hannah Dickinson. On this muggy, humid day, we've had a few wind gusts blow in across the field.
I appreciate them.
Yes.
The players do as well.
I don't think there's anyone here that doesn't appreciate them, quite frankly, Steve.
Yeah.
As Michigan will get a throw in here, or actually rather a free kick.
Doss commits the foul. Probably a good foul, too.
So the captain, Jenna Lang, will leave it back for Fife here. And let's look at that last sequence. There is the foul.
A couple of hands around the hips. Not allowing her to turn and go.
Wildcats try and steer it ahead. Chukwu had it for a moment, but it's back with Michigan.
I like the idea, just the execution not quite there. Nelson with a really good play there.
It was Campbell Jewell trying to get Nelson off her tracks, but the rookie was ready to go. Curtin through traffic, stays with Villanova.
Thought she got a little push in the back there, no call.
Nelson triggers in. Rather, Neal, beg your pardon. And now it's Michigan with possession. Some strong tackling from the Wolverines. Lang.
Good ball there. No one able to get on the end of that. Let's see if Dickinson comes out and just clears it, and she does.
Allows Michigan to get set up in that final third area. So off the Jewell throw in, Michigan unable to maintain. Launched ahead, Chukwu, the only Wildcat in the area.
She's outnumbered as well, but she does a good job making them go back to the keeper. Wildcats can bring the press up.
Villanova, it seems like they're just looking for that one mistake for Michigan they can cash in on.
Trying to force one turnover, and then you're going to have to convert it.
And out of play, Michigan with the rock. Tapia fires ahead. And that steers out of play.
Cardo with the throw. Actually, she'll toss it back to Gambardella.
Here's Dopsch. And Palmer one more over.
Yeah. Palmer and Dopsch, good size in their center back positions. Obviously, always a big key for Villanova defensively. The key will be, can they finish in the final third? Create some opportunities.
Both these teams were limited last year in their goal scoring output. Ball trickles into Lang. Nice left-footed pass ahead, but Dickinson on the spot to shut it down.
Quick offer line again. Good anticipation by Hannah Dickinson there. Nice setup by the Wolverines, but Dickinson just a step quicker.
There's a look.
See, right off her line, 2 hands on top of the ball. She smothers it. Just a little bit high in the box there, as Irvin unable to get on the end of it.
Yeah, over the head of Urban. They were looking for Gabrielle Pritch, who was coming downhill, and Dickinson beat her to it. One of the Big Ten players to watch for the Wolverines.
It's another Wolverine substitution.
So Ella Jablinski will check out. And Anaya League is coming in. She had 49 career starts coming into this one. Most minutes played on the team for anybody in their Michigan career. Senior out of Cypress, California.
Wildcats have yet to go to their bench.
Don't see anyone on Villanova's side jogging around to stay loose. So you have to, maybe there's somebody back behind the bench just peered out. So see if they get some fresh legs out there soon.
Now you're thinking, 25 minutes in might be about the time you start seeing someone.
Fife chips it ahead. That'll be Michigan throw-in.
Dobbs did a good job there, knocking away.
Jablinski is still out there. I thought she had come out, but Tapia is actually who was taken off. So Tapia came out, league in. Off the centering pass, Bosley shuttles it ahead. She wants Burrell and runs out of real estate.
I thought that might have been offsides. The flag did not go up. Unfortunately for Villanova, that ball crosses over the byline for a goal kick.
'26th minute here at the Higgins Soccer Complex. Sam Cooperman with you alongside Steve Pannone. It's opening day, Villanova and Michigan for the first time ever facing each other here in women's soccer. Neal back to keeper Dickinson. Wallach. Bosley turns it around. Anaya League, she just came in. Didn't see anything. Fife threads it through. Here's Wallach.
Wallach has space.
Nice break up there for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Cardo with a really nice job. And there's a call there. A little shove in the back.
Looking to see, no card's going to come out of the official's pocket.
Paniccioni had a little bit of an advantage. Something to think about. I probably agree with the decision.
Villanova will take the free kick here. And Dopsch puts it up. And it'll be a Villanova throw-in. So the starting 11 still out there for Villanova. Michigan has made a couple of substitutions. Neither keeper has really been challenged yet. The only situation was Dickinson having to recover after a ball got behind her, but she was able to ward off a couple Michigan chances as we are scoreless here.
And the Wildcats will get their 5th corner of the game.
Kaluch has been the corner taker. She's put 4 good balls in.
Yeah, you really like to take advantage of one of these.
Just need something to go their way here. Michigan looking to hold its ground.
Neal running there like they were going to take the short corner. I think they've done a good job of getting the ball in the box. I'd take my chances again.
Flicks it up, hangs. It was headed out by League.
League did a good job. Because it looked like Dosh was going to get on the end of that.
So all the way back to Villanova's third. Sliced ahead. Michigan has been solid on the back line in this one so far. And the Wolverines will benefit from the call. Foul goes on Villanova, and it's a Michigan free kick here. That's the tail end of that play.
Yeah, League with a good job. The first one to get it out of harm's way.
Michigan's got a couple players at the table ready to check in.
Let's see if they can get him on now. There's the ball is headed out over the touchline.
The captain Lang will come off, as will Ella Jablinski. So 2 new Wolverines on for the first time. Taylor Brennan in, and Beanie Hershey joins her.
Yeah, looks like Samara Zem has got started talking. I think it was Morgan Koch. See if she might be ready to come on.
Yeah, so I think this might be that mandated water break. I'm not positive on this.
Does look to be the case. I don't see the referee's going. There's no need for replay. So there's that hydration break. They mentioned maybe about 30 minutes in. That's where we're at.
Yeah, so by the rule book, it's between 25 and 30 minutes into each half. There's a hydration break when it's 86 degrees or more. And it is just that. So we step aside and we come right back after this.
Puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy, Puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy, Puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
So hydration break has concluded. Teams will walk back out. 30th minute from the main line. Sam Cooperman and Steve Pannone with you. And Steve, your takeaways so far as Samara Zem presides over her 4th season opener here for Villanova.
Yeah, I think it's been about what we expected. 2 pretty evenly matched teams. Michigan maybe slightly has the benefit of the play, and then Wildcats have had the advantage with 5 corners, and they've just not been able to get the finishing end on one of those corners, but they had some opportunities around the goal. And you mentioned, Michigan leads in the shot department. But the Wildcats have stood up well here, and it's going to be whoever can take advantage of that. Maybe that first mistake, whoever blinks first could be in trouble in these kind of games, especially early in the year.
Taylor Brennan, she just came on. Another local product getting to play close to home. Council Rock South High School graduate. And a few of the Wolverines played for Club PDA. They're one of the big soccer clubs in New Jersey, so you get a lot of people there. And Brennan ready to throw in on the whistle. Goes to Harsh. A little give and go.
So 2 touch there, 1 touch.
And it was out off Harsh. Villanova contains.
They'll have a throw in deep in their own zone. It looks like the Wildcats going to make their first substitutions.
So first time Villanova has got fresh legs out there.
Then Morgan Koch, I believe, 14 coming on.
So Koch as well as Alex Little are the two Wildcats that step on for the first time. Curtin gets a rest for Villanova. And I believe Cardo, yeah, it's Cardo as well. So those are the two Wildcats taking off. Cardo and Curtin for Little and Koch. Brennan sends one across, and there's Dickinson for the catch.
She took a little bump and gave a little look at the referee like, they're not supposed to be able to do that. She's able to corral that one and hold on to it.
Day one of the regular season for NCAA women's soccer. You've got games kicking off across the country. And a lot of Big East and Big Ten teams opening their seasons today as well. Michigan and Villanova, of course, among them. One of the interesting storylines, the Raghunandanan sisters. Two twins, one on Villanova, one on Michigan, both freshmen. The Michigan Raghunandanan, Maya, had a great goal-scoring opportunity early. She's on the side now. Here's a chance for Michigan, but they will set up their first corner, courtesy of L. Irvin, forcing the defense to clamp down and trap back. So first Michigan corner of this one.
We talked about the importance of Irvin at her height.
So it's Hershey.
She's at the back post there, right at this, just outside the 6-yard box.
Hershey bends one. Dickinson hauls it in.
Yeah, that one's just too close to the keeper. You want that ball out just at the 6-yard box, maybe a couple yards outside it, and let someone run on the end of it. This one's just too close to Dickinson. She's able to corral that one pretty easily. See it there at about 4 yards off the line.
A lot of a goalkeeper's work does not show up on the stat sheet. Commanding that back line, being aware of where everybody needs to be, directing traffic, and for all the saves that Hannah Dickinson made last year for Villanova, her ability to be the quarterback of that defense has proven to be big as we get whistles here upfield, and a yellow card is out of the official's pocket.
Yeah, I think there was a hold there, a grab of the jersey.
See if we can get a look at that, as Villanova will benefit from this call. Kate Dopsch will take the take the kick. Campbell Jewell is the guilty party on the first booking of the season. So a yellow on Jewell here in the 33rd minute. Watch, that's 10 in maize and blue along the side, and got her on a little bit of a grab. Dopsch sends it. Homan tracks it down.
Yeah, just the same thing we talked about down there. That ball's just too close to the keeper. You can try to get that out about 5 more yards. Then it becomes a real tough decision for the keeper. Do I come off my line? Do I stay back?
Here's that last free kick.
Once again, anything inside the box, the keeper's going to come down with pretty easily. That one's just about a yard off the line.
Sophie Homan, one of the 3 captains for Michigan, finally getting, as her coach puts it, a growth opportunity. She's been waiting her turn, and now in her senior year, getting her second career start, and comes into the season as one of the main options in net. Her and Allison Karpovich, who came over from VCU after a couple of years and 3,000 minutes in goal there. Here's Michigan with a throw-in from League.
Wallach with some space, but not a very good ball there.
League the breakup. Strong tackle. It's Zugay in the midfield. 3rd year in Ann Arbor after spending her first year in Champaign, Illinois. with the Fighting Illini. Hershey. Too far for Burrell.
Goal kick, Wildcats.
Villanova knew it would have a test here today. They've been up to the task so far. Here's Little.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Chuck Wu. Little 1v1. Breaks through. Dazzling moves. Campbell Jewell eventually was able to thwart that opportunity, but seeing a lot of what Villanova loved about Isabel Chuck Wu and why they brought her here. Villanova throw in here, 36th minute. And it's going to Michigan.
And Chuck wasn't able to control that one.
Chuck was somebody that Villanova coach Samara Zem said she watched for years at the Canadian Development Center. Same one as her teammate now here at Villanova, Erie Omatayo was at Brown for a year, and now she's here at Villanova. And she has not come out in this first half. She's created a couple of opportunities for the Wildcats in the final third. And a breather for the right back, Olivia Neal.
She's worked hard in this first half. She deserves one.
Olivia Marone takes her place. Who will break first? Seems to be the theme of this one here on opening day.
Yeah, I would say the Wildcats had the better to play in the midfield. Kaluch has been really good. And then, as I mentioned that, she kicks one errantly over the sideline.
Michigan throw-in went off Kaluch, like you said. Burrell set to fire. And Zugay leaves it. Fife. Back with Zugay here. Pressure on the ball. But Michigan stays organized. League got it centrally. Hershey, good control. The cross is broken up. Addie Wallach tried to fire one through. Kaluch was played off the ball, but it ping-pongs back to the Wolverines. Hershey. Irvin, she was trying to steer it. She had company up there. But the opportunity comes to an end. She wanted Taylor Brennan.
Yeah, just a tad too far. Brennan gets on the end of that. She's got a great opportunity. Just a half step ahead.
So winding down to the end of the first half here. Villanova 0 shots on goal. They've taken 4 shots. Michigan 5 shots, 3 on goal.
It's like Caroline Graham has come on, I believe. I just saw number 5 out there. Up front. Make sure I have that right. Is that her there or is that 6?
Yeah, we'll see if they snuck a substitution on. Oh, yep, you're right. Isabel Chuck Wu is who was taken off for Villanova. So Graham in for Chuck Wu.
Yeah, they've asked those forwards to really run and press, so if you have depth up there, that's very helpful. Wildcats win a throw in there.
Brennan thought otherwise, but she would not get her wish. A nice crowd on hand here today at the Higgins Soccer Complex. You've got Villanova faithful showing up, and then a lot of maize and blue as well in the stands.
Everyone looking forward to the season opener.
Out ahead, Villanova going to work. Graham. She wanted Avery Nelson.
Good job. Nelson able to run it down, keep it alive.
Talked about her speed earlier. You see it. Lightning quick is what her coach describes her as, and that is on display early. She scored a goal the other day in an inter-squad scrimmage. And Samara Zem really praised just how she was able to do that. Michigan looking for a transition opportunity. Harshey. Irvin leaves one inside the 18, but there's Dickinson.
And Dickinson, as always, alerting off her line.
Zugay was who Michigan had streaking ahead, but Hannah Dickinson was ready for it. The little drop kick here and finds its way to the Wildcats. Palmer there to guide it ahead. Meredith Palmer, sophomore out of Waxhaw, North Carolina, a 2025 Big East breakout candidate. Looks to be a mainstay at center back. Michigan looking to create. El Irvin. Wallach. It was off the heel of Gambardella. Now here's Harshey. Denied.
Yeah, good job. That's going to be a foul. Yep. Irvin just kind of a little shove in the back there to try to create some space. Hit Kaluch right in the back. Nice try, but referee right there where he needs to be.
It was Bella Paniccioni, one of the new additions for Villanova from Santa Clara. She was a 3-year player there. Someone who just gets it. Her coach, Samara Zem, says, very good on ball, and we saw it there. And Irvin, meanwhile, has a yellow card. Michigan's second yellow, Irvin's first.
Michigan here have the better of it here probably the last 5 minutes or so, too. They seem to be getting a little bit more relaxed and more comfortable in midfield where the Wildcats kind of had it early. Michigan's turned the tide a little bit there, a little bit more possession for them, creating some more opportunities and some runs.
So 2 yellows for the Wolverines in the last 10 minutes. Campbell Jewell picked one up in the 33rd, and now El Irvin here in the 43rd. As the Wolverines come to Villanova for opening day before they come back home for their home opener against Detroit Mercy on Sunday. .44th minute. Michigan looking to see if they can break the ice before halftime. Things take a turn here. It's with Villanova. Koch muscles one ahead. But broken up by Fife. Bosley, eyes upfield. Headed down. Villanova takes possession. Kaluch led the turnaround. Played in. Could be a chance for Villanova. Stopped by Homan and kicked out of there by League. A great chance for Alex Little.
Yeah, she's got to put that in the back of the net. She's one-on-one with the keeper, just unable to get it past Homan. Credit Homan with a great save, but Little will tell you that's one I got to get in the back of the net. The best chance of the game for either team. And you see it here, you're right at the spot. You got to pick out a corner. unable to get enough on it to get it past Homan.
And kudos to the rookie, Avery Nelson. A beautiful ball to tee up Little that time.
So without a doubt, the best opportunity for either team here as Little broke in one-on-one on Homan. Homan able to get the left hand on it to knock it away.
Seeing some really impressive stuff out of Avery Nelson, 5'7", St. Anthony's High School on Long Island. And she has played every minute here in this first half for Villanova. Played in by Little. And time runs out. First 45 minutes in the books. 0-0. A few goal-scoring chances on opening day, but nobody has broke yet. We'll come back in just a few moments, take you through our first half stats, highlights, and so much more. Villanova, Michigan, women's soccer, coming back after this on YouTube.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
KOP!
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo!
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
Halftime here at the Higgins Soccer Complex. Sam Cooperman and Steve Pannone with you. Shots are pretty even. Shots on goal are where you get the variance there, with Michigan getting a few more chances. Corners significantly to Villanova. Let's look at how we got here with our first half highlights as Villanova and Michigan take the field on opening day. Always such a great feeling just to get back out there, Steve, as we open this one up.
Yeah, and I think you see a 0-0 game because that's pretty been what it's been, pretty even. You see the shots are close, the Wildcats in the advantage in corners, but that was early in the game. I thought Michigan probably had the better of the first 10 minutes. I thought the Wildcats had probably the better of the next 20, and then Michigan towards the end of the half probably had the better of it, and the Wildcats then had the best chance of the half at the end. Unfortunately, Alex Little unable to get it past the keeper Homan.
We're going to look at that in a minute. You see a lot of corners for Villanova. Michigan able to hunker down.
Just unable to get anyone to run onto one of those corners. They were kind of underneath them. You always want to try to be able to get someone to run onto one, get ahead on it.
So here was a really good scoring opportunity. Lang, well, there it is. Oh,
Yeah,
Dickinson had to save it, and eventually is able to keep that from creeping across the line.
Took her eye off for a second, but able to recover with that right hand and knock it out, and then she's able to fall on it.
Again, another corner for Villanova, but Homan reads it well for Michigan. And you see why Dickinson was all Big East last year for Villanova. And another corner that Michigan fends off.
Dickinson's been very aggressive, well-timed coming off her line. This one here was easily handled by her. So they're just a little bit too close to the keeper there. You see the Wildcats running, trying to run onto the end of it. Here's one for Little. Just tries to left foot it. It's got it a little bit up on her shin. Didn't get enough power behind it, and Homan's able to get a hand on it.
Avery Nelson with the service to set that up. Little could not bury the shot, and 0-0 remains the score. Halfway home at Higgins. Opening day, women's soccer. The athletic year 2025-26 is here. We'll be back in a few moments on YouTube.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different. Because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
KOP!
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo!
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Halftime between Michigan and Villanova women's soccer here from the Higgins Soccer Complex. Let's take a look at some out-of-town scores. A busy, busy day. Everyone in Big East women's soccer is getting ready for action. Butler getting a win at Central Michigan 2-0 earlier today. St. John's knotted up with UMass 0-0 at halftime. Everybody else still to come. DePaul and Chicago State just getting underway. And we'll have everybody in the Big East playing before the night is done. We'll step back aside and come right back in a few moments. Second half is on the horizon. Villanova and Michigan, 0-0 here. We'll come back after this on YouTube.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different. Because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different. Because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
Halftime coming to an end. We'll start the second half. Villanova and Michigan women's soccer here on opening day. Sam Cooperman and Steve Pannone with you. Dennis Smith running the show in the truck, and our entire team. Glad you could join us for opening day on the main line. You heard cheers moments ago as Kayla Raghunandanan, the Raghunandanan twin freshman sisters, are making their respective debuts, one for Michigan, one for Villanova, and Kayla is on for the first time, 12 in white. You will see her out there.
And Maya's out there as well for Michigan, so they got a chance to go against each other.
Yeah, there's Kayla. Maya got the start. She had a few really good-looking opportunities for the Wolverines they couldn't cash in on.
They're on opposite sides of the pitch, so we might not run into each other too often.
That's going to be a special feeling. The entire, as you see right there is Maya, the entire Pennington girls soccer team out of Mercer County, New Jersey, are in attendance, repping their Pennington gear, cheering loudly for both sisters who have helped win a couple state titles at the Pennington school.
Yeah, and Morgan Koch, who I mentioned, a sophomore, is also from the Pennington school. She's on the pitch as well, so Pennington well represented with 3 players out there right now.
Second half underway here amidst the upper 80s heat. Wind every so often will make its way through, but not a lot of it today. Muggy day.
It's actually about as sunny as it's been all game, too. It's kind of broke through the clouds, the haze of the clouds. Clock did not start, so the referee will check that. There was an issue with the clock. Let's see, they'll get that set.
And there's always somebody manually doing it in the event that the clock is not running, something happens. There's always somebody manually keeping time, so they will have the exact time they need to put on there before we resume. First half, a few scoring opportunities for each side, but not a whole lot of it. At halftime, we flashed you the scores from around the Big East. In the Big Ten, this is the first game of the season. Nobody else in the Big Ten has kicked off yet, but there's going to be a whole lot of that happening in a few hours. One of the top soccer conferences in the country. 10 teams made the tournament last year. Maryland and Illinois begin their seasons at 6. Then Rutgers, Purdue, Penn State, Ohio State, UCLA, so on and so forth will all get into action as the day turns into night. Villanova with it here. And down just at the edge of the 18, Morgan Koch takes a spill.
The Wildcats have had their best free kick opportunity of the day here, just about I'd say maybe a half yard outside the box. Koch with a good turn here, and she'll get pushed down from behind. That'll create an opportunity here for the Wildcats.
Addie Wallach got a piece of her arm. Let go once she realized that they were tangled, but
Koch did a good job. Felt the contact, went to ground.
Kaluch on the ball, ready for the kick. Homan bouncing up and down in goal for Michigan. Kick taken, and just wide of the mark.
Just outside the post. Good try by Kaluch there, just a little bit wide of the mark.
Yeah, Kaluch got out of the way and let Cardo take the kick.
Cardo, excuse me.
Little one of those deceptions where you have 2 people in the area
Yes, right there, and just see it about a foot wide. Not sure the goalkeeper had that covered if it hits the corner.
Yeah, that's the one spot. It looks like that's getting by if you can just kiss that one off the back post. Played down by Lang. Villanova forced to retreat. And they'll let the defense get set.
And Dops just sends that one out. As Sam mentions, let's get Villanova can get reset, get their shape back.
A little contact there along the touchline. Foul called on Michigan.
Koch draws another foul there.
First time these programs have ever squared off. Villanova, last time it played a Big Ten team as an active Big Ten team, you got to go back to 2016 when they played Minnesota. They did take on Oregon in 2019, but that was before the Ducks moved to the Big Ten. And another whistle coming here. This will go on Villanova. Foul.
Michigan with a free kick inside the Villanova half.
Here's a look at the contact. Neal and Lang converge. L. Irvin. One of the key options for Michigan here. It's Campbell Jewell who will take the kick. But look out for Irvin, 11 in maize and blue. Up in the air and headed out of there. Brennan. And whistle.
Going to be a penalty, excuse me, a foul.
It goes on Michigan and Kayla Raghunandanan.
Good job here positioning-wise. Straight up, doesn't commit the foul. That's good defense. Really good job.
It's as clean as you can possibly defend. So that's the first time that the freshman has been tested here. Lang boots one high and wide.
She's got that strong left foot. We saw that in the first half where she was able to turn on one. That was the one that Dickinson struggled with in the first half. This one well wide, but a really strong left-footed player.
Lang last year for Michigan. Team lead 5 goals, 10 points. Hannah Dickinson will take her time here. Try and size up the Wolverine press. And Michigan can advance a little further here. Pritch. Short touch. Brennan crosses. Bouncing ball, courtesy of Raghunandanan.
Side netting.
Shot was missed.
Yeah, Dickinson, good job coming out and cut down the angle. And that one ends up in the side netting.
A great look. Raghunandanan was able to place that one ahead with Pritch. Here's a look at that last scenario taking place. Look at that touch. Well done. But Pritch didn't have room. So Villanova's been tested a little bit here to begin this second half. Tackle deemed clean.
Little was run off the ball there with a very strong tackle.
Neal regathers. A veteran on this Villanova team after 4 years at Campbell. Her second year at Villanova. Moving to right back this year. See the contact with her and Jablinski of Michigan. Lang.
Good play by Little to get a piece of that.
Back ahead looking for Curtin. She's there, 1v1 against Campbell Jewell. And Michigan, the victors in the battle.
Like hail to the victors?
Yes.
I knew you were going there. Well, we hope they won't be singing that in about 35 minutes.
This is true. We'll see what happens. It's been a scoreless matchup so far. A few years into the no overtime rule in college soccer for regular season meetings. High cross.
A little too far. Cardo just a little too much on that. Wildcats. Little's going to win a corner, I believe. She does. No, they're going to call goal kick.
It was her and Taylor Brennan who met over there. But again, it is a goal kick for Homan.
Yeah, from the naked eye way up here, I thought that was going to be a corner. Referee who counts disagreed with me.
So 54th minute, Villanova and Michigan. If Michigan can find a way to get a win here today, it would be their first road win since September of 2023. Last year did not pick up a win on the road, but here is Lang, motors ahead. Jablinski up to her left. Will keep it and play it right. Brennan wide of the mark.
Yeah, Nelson with a bad giveaway at midfield. And the Wildcats are able to recover from it. It looks like Nelson might still be down. Maybe that's part of the reason she gave it away.
Here's another look. Yeah, there's Nelson on the misstep. And Paniccioni is down here.
Right? Yep.
And everyone will step aside while Paniccioni gets attention here. The 54th minute from the Higgins Soccer Complex. Bella Paniccioni came over from Santa Clara, playing center back, a grad transfer. As Villanova and Michigan will step aside and get ready for the rest of the second half here. Both these teams battle back and forth, been looking for their openings, and it's just been a few missed opportunities here and there as Paniccioni gets stretched out.
Yeah, let's hope it's just a cramp.
And with the
certainly a day where you could see that.
Yep, read my mind.
And it looks like she's going to get helped up and see. So hopefully she'll be okay, get some hydration, and maybe get her back out there.
Yeah, so Paniccioni gingerly walking over to the side with the help of the training staff. As Michigan returns to the field, and Villanova will soon follow suit.
So we'll see who comes on for her.
So we've touched on this a little bit. Just for Michigan, you have a fair amount of kids with ties to this area. Of course, we talked about Ragu Nundanon on both sides of the aisle there. Taylor Brennan from Newtown, PA, Council Rock South High School. And you know, here and there you have people, whether it's where they played before Michigan or family in this area with ties to the Northeast. So
yeah, they've always, as a university, have always done well attracting students from the Northeast. No reason for women's soccer to be any different.
So you hear a lot of Michigan fans. You'll see a lot of maize and blue in the stands here at the Higgins Soccer Complex. And Villanova fans also showing up in droves here. Wildcats excited to open the season on their home turf.
Is that Olivia Marone, I think, has come on? Yeah, she'll replace Paniccioni.
So Marone 11 in white. in for Paniccioni, who was helped off the field. Was able to walk off, but had the trainers there with her after she took a spill. Meanwhile, here's Michigan. Lang centers it. They work it through, and there's Dickinson.
Good defending there by the Wildcats. Both center backs there, and left it right there for Dickinson to pick up. Well drilled.
Here's the Pennington girls soccer team. They have no idea, but they are on camera. They're watching the Ragu-Nunzanan sisters. In your picture, you see Maya of Michigan. Kayla, her twin, he's on the Villanova side of things. They're diagonal from each other, so they might not actually have a 1v1 situation.
I wonder when's the last time they played against each other. You know, they're going to the same high school. Obviously, I'm sure they played in the same club.
Yeah, both Jamaican youth soccer programs, so it's inter-squad scrimmage. That's it. Looked like that might be a promising chance for Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan's had a little bit better of it here in the second half. Wildcats need to kind of control midfield again like they did early on.
And there's Kayla.
She's done a good job as she's come out here in the second half. Been tested a couple times, and she's been up to the challenge.
They both played their club ball with the Philadelphia Ukrainian Nationals, 6 years there for the Ragu-Nunzanan sisters.
Notice how I've let you say that all day. You've got it. You've got it mastered.
You made that clear from the start. Yeah.
I'm going to leave that alone. You got it down.
Yeah, hat tip to the folks on both sides and sports information getting that to us. That's one of the keys. Being able to.
Ragu-Nunzanan.
Ragu-Nunzanan.
There
Yep.
you go.
You got it, Steve.
All right, I did it. I got it in. They can't say I stayed away from it the whole day. Now watch, one of them will end up with a goal. We'll be saying her name the whole game.
Well, for Michigan, Maya had a really good chance earlier in this one. She's been impressive.
It's going to look like try to run onto one here, and she wins it.
Lang directs it. Bosley plays it down. And a little too far. Out it goes.
Yeah, good job by Palmer again. You talked about her as a player to watch in the Big East this year. She's been very good today. Both center backs have been. They've done what you ask your center backs to do, is kind of control the game from the back, and they've done both had a really good game doing it.
57th minute. Michigan has its supporters urging them on. Ragu-Nunzanan puts the brakes on and turns. Goes down. The whistle will set up a free kick. She was knocked down by Olivia Neal.
Looks like Olivia's going to get carded as well. It'll be a yellow card for Olivia Neal.
First booking to go against Villanova. Here's another look.
Yeah, so here's probably the best opportunity Michigan's had from a free kick. Just a slight nudge with the shoulder, and that'll draw the call and also draw the yellow card.
A juicy opportunity here for the Wolverines. Get Lang over the ball. And to her side is Addie Wallach.
Yeah, so Wallach or Lang will take this one. Three-person wall, it looks like, for the Cats. As Dickinson's trying to direct them to maybe take a step one way or the other.
We just talked about Palmer. She's right now matched up against Maya Ragu-Nunzanan.
Yeah, and here's where you got to watch for Irving and her size. They're going to run her from the top of the box.
Wallach takes. And Irvin, it looks like she fell down.
Yeah.
Or rather, no, that was Pritch that hit the turf. And that ends that opportunity.
Yeah, Michigan's going to hope they say we should have done a little better with that opportunity. Didn't really even put a scare into the Wildcats there. The kick was a little bit too wide and no one really to get any kind of chance on it.
Yeah, so El Irvin not out there right now, but Pritch at 5'10", ditto there just in terms of having the size and somebody who you would target back post.
Yeah, so Irvin getting a break. Expect to see her later on.
In the middle third here, Ragu-Nunzanan. Pritch ahead, and out it goes. It's a Villanova throw-in.
Yeah, Ragu-Nunzanan, you can see the talent she has. She's very good on the ball.
Full speed collision with Curtin there. Villanova fake.
Picks up the fouls.
You can see when somebody in this sport, there's just that it factor. I know it sounds kind of silly, but just the moves they make out there, you can see they're different. And Raghunandanan showing that early for Michigan. Blasted ahead,
here.
Villanova inside the 18.
Come on, Koch. Oh.
Comes out, Cardo lets it go and overshoots it.
Looked like Morgan Koch, I thought, was going to get an opportunity there. Michigan's going to make some substitutions.
Lofted a little high.
And here comes Irvin back a little sooner than I might have thought, but I thought she'd be back, and she is.
Gets instructions from her captain, Lang, and issues them to her teammate Jablinski upfield.
31 minutes or so to go here. We're ready to enter the 60th minute.
Gabrielle Pritch is who Irvin comes in for.
And let's a little bit of nice little run, got out wide, but just had too many defenders to take on.
Kayla Raghunandanan got that one through. Wanted little. She got bunched up.
Oh, a tough call there. I thought that was good defense. I thought Palmer was in the right position and was able to get that ball away without making contact. The referee disagrees. So free kick Wolverines. Let's see here. I thought she was able to, yeah, I guess she kind of did go through the player enough to draw the call.
Kate Dopsch has been out on the field throughout this one. Newcomer from Wake Forest. Grad transfer. Showing why she will be out there a lot this year for this Wildcats team.
As you mentioned, Wake Forest all the way to the NCAA championship game last year.
And it'll be a Michigan free kick coming up. Wolverine faithful applauding that. Wake Forest, Villanova's next opponent. They'll be going down to North Carolina in a week's time. There's the contact. Raghunandanan got airborne.
This one more in the center of the box.
Wallach and Jenna Lang. Lang takes. Save Dickinson. Got that over the wall, but right in the breadbasket. .62 minute here. Each side will make a substitution in a moment.
It looks like Dops will go off.
Coda Jones making her first career appearance for Michigan. Freshman out of Frisco, Texas, Memorial High School. Takes Lily Bosley's spot in the midfield.
Irioma Tayo making her first appearance. She's seen a lot of the field in her first 2 years at Villanova, now in her junior year.
So Omatayo.
Good ball from Koch.
Out of Calgary, Alberta, is out there. Sent in.
A little almost on the end of that. Just trying to time her jump just a little bit early.
Played across. Yep. Curtin back in, headed down.
It's the best pressure the Wildcats have had this half. And they'll get a throw in here. A little couldn't time her jump, and it was a little bit high for her. It'll be a goal kick.
Villanova will need to seize their opportunities. Just a few more have been there for Michigan, and that was expected coming in. The pressure they put on, the athleticism, physicality, and that contact there. And the call favors Michigan. Sophie Homan in goal. take the kick. Malia Cardo, center of your screen, 7 in white.
Should be a Wildcat throw-in. And it'll be Neal to take it.
Launches.
Maroon's looking to settle in midfield. Matayo takes control.
Beautiful ball by Raghunandanan. Villanova's on the move.
Koch with a good one-touch. Can't quite get turned. Did a good first touch. Got it at her feet, but was just unable to get a turn and get something off.
So the Villanova Wildcats continue to put the pressure on. A little slippage. It's with Lang for the Wolverines. Back down. Vicky Jones for Michigan. Vicky Jones came in at the start of this half at right back for the Wolverines, and
apologize for the hype music here in the middle of the game.
Certainly woke you up.
There's coming back. Trying to work our way through that.
Here's Raghunandanan on the move for Michigan.
Maroon.
Just so in control.
Yeah.
Jones for Lang. Breaks through. Lang over the top.
Talk about that strong left foot that Lang has. That one there just sailed over the crossbar. Kind of got to get on top of that and stay on top of the ball. Try to drive it down with some top spin.
Here's another look. Jenna Lang gives it a ride.
And Gabby Kaluch is down. Looks like she might be cramping up too.
And we saw for Villanova, Bella Paniccioni get stretched out and have to come off to the side earlier. And now Kaluch draws the trainers out there here in the 66th minute.
We did mention it's kind of a warm, humid day here at Higgins.
Temperatures at the start were at 85. Now they're down a degree, but the feels like is 86. So a couple degrees warmer. Humidity coming into play.
And both teams heading to the sideline. Maybe they'll take this hydration break here. It's only 20 minutes in. They usually have to wait another 5 minutes. This might be just for the injury.
And we'll see how they decide to play this, as Gabby Kaluch, the junior out of Freehold, New Jersey, the returning assist leader with 4 of them last year, and she has been the one taking all of Villanova's corners here. Here's again that last shot from Lang.
She has space. It just kind of gets back on the ball and sails well over the bar.
And for Michigan, weather like this, not that they like playing in this, but might be something they have to get used to for the next couple, because they've got road matchups at Alabama, at Georgia coming up within the next couple of weeks.
They're about to see some real heat. Yeah, they're not getting a whole lot of that in Ann Arbor, I guess.
No, that southern humidity is no joke. They got a home matchup against Detroit Mercy coming up on Sunday at the Soccer Stadium. Beautiful grass complex opened up in 2010, and first ever meeting there, they played Detroit. So they're going to play them again this year for the first time in a while, as teams retake the field. 0-0, 66th minute from Villanova University.
Looks like Avery Nelson's going to come back on.
6 in white, Nelson freshman from Long Island. Anaya League was in for Vicky Jones on the Michigan defensive front.
Chuck was back in up front, too, for Koch.
Yeah, so it's a few subs each side. We'll clean that up for you now. Callie Burrell in for Taylor Brennan on Michigan. Avery Nelson for Morgan Koch. And Isabel Chukwu in for Gabby Kaluch. Mentioned Vicky Jones was taken out before. Anaya League's got her spot for the Wolverines. And here is League on the throw-in. Villanova would look to strike here. Little on the run. Pushes ahead. Wanted Curtin that time.
Yeah, that Curtin was going to let it go for someone else, but there was no one else there.
And maybe a bit of a miscommunication that time. Olivia Marone wanted Raghu Nandanan there on the side touch, but it just trickles out of play. Irvin. Couldn't circle her way through. It's Curtin for Villanova.
Nice job by Omatayo.
Coda Jones. Jones maintains. Put some air under it. Villanova's got personnel back. Michigan looking to strike here. And Neal keeps it in. Michigan thought that was going out, and that leads to a run out here. Chukwu.
There's a lot of room out there. I think that's going to be Little.
Little from Chukwu. What will she do? 1v2. Cardo with it. Places it in. Touch for Chukwu, a little too far.
Chukwu, I don't think, was ready for that and should have been.
That's going to be exciting for Wildcat fans just to know that.
Yeah, Curtin with a nice leave, and Chukwu just, I don't think, was ready for it.
You have a lot of people that are playing together for the first time, but you have that type of skill there where you can get those potential opportunities. And Kayla Raghunandanan comes off for Villanova and gets an applause from the Pennington School girls soccer team in attendance here today. Here was that look, so close.
Yeah, it looks like Gambardella's back on. She started the game, came off, and now she's back on here in the 69th minute.
It's Atea Gambardella is who takes Kayla Raghunandanan's spot, and now it's Maya Raghunandanan for Michigan coming off. So both of the twin sisters get their applauses back to back. Abby Zugay, one of the captains for Michigan, takes the spot of the impressive youngster Maya Raghunandanan.
And both players had impressive debuts. I think they both, in their own right, did the jobs they were asked to do.
And certainly different roles when Kayla for Villanova, a defensive player, Maya Raghunandanan listed as a midfielder. You can see her in the attack a little more.
Yeah.
But both held it down for the respective teams. The league boots it out of play. Villanova not relenting here.
No, this is the best stretch of the half they've had here in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Cardo trying to track it down for Villanova. She cannot. Put back in. It's loose. Big collision. Curtin runs into the keeper Homan, and
I think they're pointing at the spot.
Let's see.
This could be a penalty.
Curtin, number one, hope she's all right, because that was a big collision there.
I think she had the ball, and then the keeper came and hit her. I think that's what the officials are calling.
Well, right now they're calling for help for Curtin.
I did see the official point to the spot, but let's see if it holds up.
Let's see, and yeah, this happens inside the.
Curtin hits it. Yeah, there's every bit of a gripe. There's a penalty could be assessed here. Let's see. I saw the official point to the spot.
Well, she was going for the ball, but
Yeah.
she just got Curtin's head.
Yeah, and I think she got and Curtin got the ball.
Yeah.
So then there's contact through the player. This should be a penalty.
And for Hannah Curtin, give her all the time she needs. That's one of those scenarios you want to really check out. But
especially with head injuries, they're going to take all the time you need. She looks to be alert and talking with Coach Zem.
it looked like Homan, I think she just lost sight of the ball. She thought the ball was there, but Curtin had already headed it out of there. So she was trying to punch the ball away, but instead she got Curtin's head. So Michigan huddles up. We'll see what the ruling is when the dust settles. And Curtin to her feet.
My concern is I don't see the officials, so maybe they're going to check the replay.
Yeah, there's only one out there. I would tell you the other three are back behind the opposite side of the field. The area where the scorekeepers and other game day personnel are perched.
And that's where the replay is stationed.
So they're probably looking right now to make their ruling on that.
I believe the call on the field was penalty. I saw him point to the spot.
It'll be interesting to see what they rule. This is a call that can really make a big difference in a game one way or the other.
And I do think that Morgan Koch will come on. As she's there. Look, she'll come on for Curtin if and when we resume play here. Be interesting to see who takes the penalty for Villanova if they do get one. That Nelson looks like she has the ball in her hand. I'm not sure that means anything. Usually you don't see them walking around it in their hands unless they're ready to place it on the spot.
So again, here's that last play. It was inside the 6 right here.
You see Curtin gets to the ball right there first, and then there's the follow through into the head of Curtin by Holman, the goalkeeper, and that's what the officials saw. Now let's see if they reverse that call.
Yeah, that obviously one of those plays you look at and it's scary to see. But now, as Curtin is off to the side, we look to see what the ruling is here.
They're taking a long time looking at this one. The first review was very quick. This one they're taking their time on. They should, because it's it's either a penalty or it's not. So it's obviously a huge call at this point in the game with here in the 70th minute.
So they're still checking out all the angles and making their ruling. A pivotal moment in this one. Michigan and Villanova, season opener.
I think the key to this one, did Holman make contact with the ball? I don't think she did when I first looked. It looked like Nelson headed it, and then she played through Nelson with two hands that ended up hitting her in the head, knocking her to the ground. Let's see what the call is. Penalty. So they'll stick with the call, and the Wildcats will have a huge opportunity here.
So now Holman's got to come up with a stop, and
is it Nelson?
She puts the ball down, but it's
be
Cardo
Cardo
who's stepping up to the plate here.
Okay.
I was going to say, what a way that would be if Nelson that produced her first career goal, but it is Cardo who will have the chance here. Sophomore from New Rochelle, New York. It would be her first career goal if she can net this one. Big moment for the Wildcats. Michigan needs a stop. Villanova needs a goal. Off the post and in!
So Cardo uses every inch of it. You hear it, it hit the pipe and fortunately for Villanova, caught the inside of the pipe and into the goal for a 1-0 lead for the Wildcats.
Amalia Cardo has had her impact on this game, and no bigger moment than that. A little doink.
Give her credit. That's a solid, aggressive strike. Now, she probably like it a couple inches inside the pipe, but it catches the inside of the post and kicks into the back of the net for the Wildcats. Get their first goal of the season and get a 1-0 lead here in the 70th minute. So a huge chance there for the Wildcats, and they cash in.
Amalia Cardo cashes in. Curtin forced the issue, drew the penalty kick, and Cardo delivers. Villanova with the lead. They've just got to hang on here for just under 20 minutes, but Michigan working quickly the other way.
Yeah, Michigan now will really step up here with 20 minutes to go. That back four for the Wildcats is going to be severely challenged.
Villanova has not been fazed by the Wolverines' physicality all day. They've just kept plugging along. They get their chance, and they convert. Fife, the center back. Go to Jones. Jewell got that one through.
Little's been everywhere. She's done a great job. She had that one opportunity she wasn't able to put away, but everything else in her game today has been outstanding.
Steady pressure from the Villanova Wildcats. Brought back in. Dickinson pops it ahead. Defense has time to get settled. Wallach.
There's Little again.
Sticks with it, Little there. Dragged ahead, Chukwue.
Good turn.
Broken up by Coda Jones.
Tough giveaway. Wildcats want to slow this pace down a little bit. Game's getting a little frantic now after they got that first one.
Burrell to Irvin, and broken up. Corner coming for Michigan, but big stop for Villanova. The Wildcats defensively have been doing their job here. Meredith Palmer running the show at center back. Second corner for the Wolverines. Fielded. Irvin pokes it. Rebound chance, and that's just wide.
Oh, really good opportunity from the Wolverines there. Was that Jewell had that 10? Yeah, she had a good look at it. Good left foot, just about 2 feet wide. Not sure Dickinson can cover this corner if she gets it on target.
Goes right to Jewell, and look at that. That's an opening.
It just breaks the other way. Oh, about 12 inches.
That may have grazed the outside of the post as well. That was close. Stays 1-0 Villanova off the heels of an Amalia Cardo penalty kick in the 70th. To give the Wildcats the lead as they look to prevail over their Big Ten counterpart. Villanova newcomer Hannah Curtin drew the PK after contact was made with her head in the 6 with Sophie Holman, the Michigan keeper. And then Cardo was able to bank one in on her slicing penalty kick. But the job is far from finished for Villanova. 74th minute.
And that clock will go slower and slower if you're a Wildcat fan now in these last 16 minutes or so.
Curious to see amongst the various stoppages if they just counted those as the hydration break. Had that in the first half where you have a 2-minute stretch between 25 and 30 minutes into the half where the team stepped to the side, but they've stepped off to the touchline several times in this second half due to various circumstances.
And technically, there's about 1:20 left in that window where they would normally take it.
So that's what we'll wait and see on.
And the Wildcats get another corner here.
It's been Kaluch as the corner kick taker. That will not change here. Gabby Kaluch.
Cardo up there again, maybe looking for another. It's Palmer as well.
Headed down, and a big save from Holman.
Yeah, Koch had a great chance there and did a really good job. Went up, got it down too, but a great save by Holman.
Koch sticks with it. Kaluch Put that one where it needed to be, and Villanova nearly converted again.
And I think Koch did what she needed to do. She had that ball straight down, and sometimes you just got to credit the goalkeeper. You'll see it here. So here's Koch, 14, kind of circling around. She times her jump perfect. Just a little high. Maybe she can get that a little lower because it's right at her hands, but it's still a really good save. Quick reactions from Homan.
Yeah, Homan must have had her vision impeded a little bit as well. She was there to read and react. Michigan keeps it at 1-0. Big save for Sophie Homan. Off the ricochet.
Yeah, if the Wildcats can get a second one here, that would be pretty much all she wrote, you would think, at this point, but they don't at this time.
Jenna Lang gets it ahead. Irvin steers it. El Irvin on the run. Blocked off the spot. Excellent defense by Meredith Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer's been great all day. The two center backs, we've talked about how well they played.
And looks like foul is called here.
And Wildcats will win a free kick. Palmer just, 1v1 versus Irving, did the job and then wins it and then clears the ball down the field. So a really nice job by Palmer today. They're not home yet, but she's done a really good job back there all day long.
The depth of this Villanova team has been on display today.
And that's what you talk about. In year 4 now, you've been able to bring in 4 recruiting classes. And, that's what you're going to end up. You're going to have depth. You're going to have multiple players at different positions. You're going to be able to rest people in certain times. And that's when you build out your whole roster. And that takes time. It just takes 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 recruiting classes, especially in this day and age with the transfer portal, where, you're going to have some kids come in and some kids go out every year.
Certainly been an influx of talent for Villanova this year, in addition to the talent they've already had that has been growing as these teams go to the side.
It looks like there's your hydration break.
They get it in just in the nick of time. 77th minute from the main line. It's 1-0 Villanova over the Michigan Wolverines. This was the go-ahead goal. Cardo banks it home one more time. 1-0 Wildcats. We'll be back after this.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Villanova and Michigan season opener.
Really good crowd here today, Sam.
Hot, humid day. Crowd on display, both sides well represented.
Yeah, your college sports fans been waiting since, mid-May for some action here on the main line. I think baseball was the last. Softball maybe finished up after baseball. I think baseball was the last game on campus. Oh, yeah, we're at the ballpark at Plymouth.
And now here we are at the Higgins Soccer Complex. Pretty packed house for Michigan and Villanova. Villanova, penalty kick from Amalia Cardo. Off the post and in. Made it 1-0, and that's where we sit. Goal was converted on in the 70th minute. And here we are in the 77th. Time working against the Wolverines here. Back onto the pitch is Maya Raghunandanan. The local freshman going against her twin sister, Kayla, who's on Villanova's side.
And she wins the corner.
There is Raghunandanan, 22, in the maize and blue. U15 and U20 Jamaican youth national team experience, helping guide that team to the CONCACAF quarterfinals.
There's a big opportunity here for the Wolverines.
And they'll let Campbell Jewell take the kick.
Nice in swinger. Off the
tip and in. It was off the fingertips of Dickinson, and L. Irvin knocks us up 1-1.
Yeah, Dickinson came out off her line, unable to come down with it. Goes through her arms and into the arms of Irvin, I believe, who put it home. It's a really good care. It looked like Dickinson maybe made contact with Palmer. She just kind of heard her jump, and then the header is good. And we're knotted up here at 1.
Hannah Dickinson trying to navigate through a sea of bodies.
Yeah, I think she made contact with Palmer, and it just kind of muted her jump just enough where she couldn't get up and control that one.
L. Irvin has scored some big goals in her young career at Michigan, now in her sophomore year. Scored the lone goal in an upset over nationally ranked Alabama last year. Scored a goal over the course of the team's Scandinavian trip this summer, or late spring, against one of the top teams in Sweden. She had the goal there against them. She ties us up here.
And the flag is up. Actually, it's going to be flag is not sure what the call is here. Maybe a free kick for the Wolverines.
78th minute goal. Irvin from Jewell. Via the corner, Michigan ties it up. Fife, free kick from midfield. Dickinson will direct her teammates. Wildcats worked hard to take the lead. It lasted a little under 8 minutes. But now it's 1-1.
And now how about the save that Homan made on Koch? It would have been 2-0.
It's a massive save a few minutes ago from Sophie Homan, the Michigan netminder. Ragunandanon weaves through, but is fended off by Olivia Marone. Back with the Wildcats. Villanova still maintains. Koch muscles her way through, a little jersey tugging. And both players go down, her and Bosley.
Both in the box, no call.
Served ahead and headed out of there. Gambardella, the Villanova rookie, sent that last pass in. And here is that contact. You be the judge. Officials said nothing either way. It's a Michigan throw-in when the dust settles here. 80th minute. Michigan last year going 3-13-2, but returning much of their team from last year. And we've seen the physicality and athleticism on display from them. Able to bounce back after Villanova took a lead. Wildcats 5-7-6 last year. Both teams finishing in the final third. It's been an emphasis coming into this year. And now the Wolverines looking to take their first lead of the day. Fife, the Vanderbilt transfer, over for league. Ragunandanon.
Matai with a nice play. Good control, too, by Erie.
Yuri Omatayo Jr. seeing some time here in this second half and doing her job at center back. Jewell chips it. And the Wildcats with Meredith Palmer look ahead. Elle Irvin, she scored the tying goal for the Wolverines, and that time she has the breakup.
She's everywhere for a player of her size. She's very athletic. Runs really well. Good first touch. I mentioned, 5'11", with tremendous size as well.
Out of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Year 2 at UM. Villanova throw in here with time ticking down, 82nd minute. Fife. Irvin. She had help in front of her. She wanted Gabrielle Pritch.
Once again, Palmer was there. Just a little bit too far out in front there for Nelson.
Neal was trying to keep that in and almost did so, but not quite. Olivia Neal's had a busy day at right back for Villanova. She's had to contain a lot of these top attacking threats out wide for the Wolverines, and she's done her part. Michigan, the equalizer in the 78th minute, off a corner. Villanova took the momentary lead on a PK. It's where we sit right now. As the foul goes against Neal, Michigan will get a free kick.
Yeah, once again, Irvin draws one there.
There's the contact.
Looks like Jewell will be over this one, try to get something into the box again. Create an opportunity.
You're seeing what Campbell Jewell brings to the table. And her junior year out of Eaton, Ohio. Led all UM defenders in assists last year. He's got one here today. Dickinson punches it with two hands.
It's a good decision by Dickinson there. Don't try to come down with that in traffic. Just punch it away and get it out of trouble.
Michigan throw in. Bosley sends it all the way down. Dickinson will pick up and assess.
Chance here to swing the field a little bit. See if Dickinson get this out past the midfield marker. And she does. Nelson with a good first touch.
Get her on the whistle. She's got as much speed as anybody. So if you get her going downhill with a little green in front of her, the freshman from Long Island can make something happen. She's cut off by Jablinski, the Michigan sophomore. They got Nelson on the foul. Back to action, Lang.
Good job by Nelson to win it.
Chukwu back to her.
I think you can switch fields here. You got Little across the way. That might be a card. Let's see.
It's undercut by Campbell Jewell. Don't see a card.
Yeah, thought it could have been. Thought the Wildcats had a distinct advantage there until the penalty. See if they can get something in the box here from Palmer.
Palmer. Wanted Chukwu, a little too far for her. Bounces back out. Knocked ahead by Bosley. 86th minute. A few years into the no overtime rule for regular season matchups. So.
What do you think of that, Sam? You like it?
I think it's been a net positive, but there's certainly some situations where you think, oh man, if only there was a little more time.
Yeah. I just think, especially early in the year, I like it for league games. Maybe, play overtime in league games, not in the non-conference.
I'm with you there. I think there's a fair case for that.
I think the last 10 minutes would bode well if teams not kind of playing for a tie, so to speak. Especially road teams will take we'll take our point and go from there.
Raghunandanan is down on the turf. A yellow was just sent against a Wildcat, and Maya Raghunandanan is going to be looked at by the Michigan training staff. Here's a look at the contact.
Yeah, it looks like she got her foot stepped on, and then.
So it's Alex Little, who's the guilty party for Villanova.
It looks like she may have a cramp as well.
86th minute, second booking against Villanova. Michigan's got 2 against them as well. Wildcats and Wolverines both returning a lot of their team and bringing in some new talent. Would like to start off the new year with a win. One of them's going to need to come up with a goal in these next about 4.5 minutes, or they will both start 0-0-1.
Let's just hope it was a cramp. Maya gets up. Seems to be walking okay to the sideline.
She's looked really, really good today, and you see why she got the start in her first career appearance. So glad to see her walking off. Little gets the yellow, and we resume play. Wind has died to about a standstill. The American flag is barely moving adjacent to the Higgins Soccer Complex scoreboard. This muggy day, there you see it.
And beautiful setting here, and only gets better as the fall comes, and you're here in September and October as those trees behind you turn color.
Off the Michigan free kick, headed back out. Irvin, she scored the equalizer, pushes it back. And it'll be Michigan with possession.
It's going to be a throw.
Gambardella did a nice job at outside back, shutting the play down. She's got the assignment again. In from Brennan, pick up Dickinson.
The Wildcats can go quick here now. Just thought they might try to get a counter. Michigan had a lot of players up, but Dickinson decides to let everyone clear.
Both teams running short on time here. Nelson trying to locate the ball, and she does. Neal, add pressure. Taken away by Jablinski. The cross. It's handled. Irvin, one more. Here's a chance for the Wolverines, and they score! Michigan takes the lead by Gabrielle Pritch in the 87th minute. 2-1. Michigan in front at Villanova.
Yeah, Olivia Neal had a poor play on along the sideline, gave it away, and Michigan with a couple of nice passes is able to convert, and they take the 2-1 lead late here with only a couple of minutes left. See, Olivia Neal just lost the ball here, and that started them off the races here. Pass there, and a beautiful pass here, and a nice finish.
Pritch from Irvin. The junior buries the shot. And that's a great sign for her. Battled injuries last year. It was Big Ten All-Freshman team back in 2023. And Gabrielle Pritch comes up with the go-ahead goal, which could wind up being the game-winning goal. Villanova's got to try and tie this one up, and they're running out of time to do that. Huge Michigan goal. Palmer was on the ball there. Knocks it off the sidewall. And time working against Villanova. 2 unanswered for the Wolverines.
Yeah, big swing here in the last 30. Wildcats took the lead in the 70th minute. It looked like they were in good stead. Koch had an opportunity, point blank, great save by Homan, and then Michigan comes back with 2. One off a corner and one off a turnover.
Villanova throw in. Chukwu, a little too strong a touch. Irvin got in there as Lang pops it up in the air, and time continues to dwindle and work against the Wildcats.
Wildcats is struggling to get possession here at all. Michigan very happily just kicks it down the field. It needs to get that ball down and get it out. About a minute and 15 to go.
Jennifer Klein, the head coach for Michigan, said, and I asked her yesterday, what is it you want to see out of your team today? She said she wants to see them just respond, not just react. And with how these last 20 minutes have unfolded, it looks like the Wolverines have done just that here today at Villanova.
They haven't won on the road since 23, I believe, right? So this would be a huge milestone just for this group. Have not tasted success on the road in over a year.
You have to go back to September 21st, 2023.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years. Here's an opportunity. Nope, kicked away from Chukwu.
It's a road win at then ranked number 18 Northwestern. Villanova trying to tie it up. Chukwu, bottled up. Wildcats down to their last chance here.
Couldn't get a cross off at all. Something into the box.
Cleared ahead. Final seconds. Villanova has battled today on its home turf. But Michigan will go back to Ann Arbor with a 2-1 win. Comeback style on the road at Villanova.
Sam, well played game. You know, I was saying when the game was set up, I said both teams probably want to win, and probably the right result would have been a draw. But give Michigan credit; they found an answer late, and the Wildcats played a really strong 70 minutes. And Coach Zim will spend most of the time talking about the last 20, I'm sure.
It took until the 70th minute until we got a goal on the board. That came on the penalty kick for Villanova. It was netted for the first career goal for the sophomore Amalia Cardo, who had an excellent day today for the Wildcats. But then Michigan responded with two unanswered. First, it was L. Irvin on the corner from Campbell Jewell. And then the game-winning goal, Gabrielle Pritch in the 87th minute on the assist from Irvin. Those are the team final stats here today, Steve. And look, more bites at the apple for Michigan.
Yeah, so maybe that result is what it should be. You see 16-9. And credit Irvin. He said had the goal and the assist, so 2 points for her. And she was what she was advertised to be, her tough striker up front, size, athletic, quick, and she did a good job finishing, and she also did a good job laying one on the table for her teammate Pritch.
Yeah, that last sequence for Michigan, the go-ahead and ultimately game-winning goal, that is the sequence that coaches dream about, to have your team play unselfishly, get a takeaway, and turn it into a scoring opportunity and then convert. Michigan did just that late in this one to get out of here with a win to start the season 1-0 here at Villanova. A lot to cheer about from both sides here. You get the season underway, the excitement of that, and you see a lot of good things from both of these teams. Villanova, the way they were able to battle, is certainly going to translate as they move ahead into their regular season.
Yeah, it's not the result obviously they wanted, but for 70 minutes, they played really solid and just weren't able to close. And that'll be part of the process for this team this year, is learning how to finish games, learning how to finish teams off.
So game one is in the books for each of these programs. It was a fun one here today. Cardo got Villanova the lead, but Michigan would wind up with the win. Villanova back home Sunday the 24th against the Columbia Lions, 2 p.m. We'll see you here for that on YouTube. But for now, for Dennis Smith and our entire team, for my partner Steve Pannone, Sam Cooperman saying so long and good night from Villanova University. 2-1, Michigan wins against Villanova, and that's the final here on YouTube.
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.